All right, deep divers, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Today, we're going to be diving into some pretty fascinating legal territory,
You could say that again.
so strap yourselves in. This one's a wild ride, I'm telling you. So recently, a court ruling came down that could have some serious ripple effects on all the cases stemming from the January 6th Capitol riot.
Oh, yeah, this one's a doozy.
So for folks just joining us, we're talking about the case of Couy Griffin. He's the founder of Cowboys for Trump.
Oh, yeah, I remember this guy.
Yeah, and, well, he was convicted of entering a restricted area of the Capitol building during the riot.
Ah, yeah, right.
And he recently appealed that conviction, but the court upheld it.
So what's the big deal? There were tons of prosecutions from January 6th, right?
True, but this one's kind of unique. It all boils down to whether someone needs to actually know WHY and areas restricted to be found guilty of trespassing.
Oh, I see where you're going with this. Like, does ignorance actually hold up as a defense in this case?
Exactly. And the court basically said, nope. They ruled that even if you don't know the specific reason why an area is off limits, knowingly entering it is still a violation. So it's not enough to just say, oh, I didn't realize I couldn't be there.
Yeah, you got to be aware of your surroundings and the signs and all that. Makes sense.
Right. But here's where things get even more interesting. One of the judges on the panel, Judge Katsas, actually dissented.
Really? So there's more to this than meets the eye, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Judge Katsas, he argued that the prosecutors need to prove that Griffin understood the seriousness of being in a restricted area. So in his view, intent matters.
That's interesting. So we've got a difference of opinion within the court itself about how to handle these January 6th prosecutions.
Exactly. It raises a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Like, where do we draw the line between accidental trespassing and deliberate participation in something like the Capitol riot?
Yeah, that's a tough one. It's not always black and white.
And now the big question is, will this case go all the way to the Supreme Court?
It very well could. And if it does, the stakes get even higher.
How so?
Well, the Supreme Court has already limited the scope of some January 6th prosecutions in other cases.
Interesting.
So their decision in the Griffin case could set a precedent that impacts how all future Capitol riot cases are handled.
Okay, so for folks who haven't been to law school, break that down for us. What does setting a precedent really mean?
It means that the Supreme Court's decision in this case would basically become the rule book for similar cases moving forward. It's like they're saying, this is how we interpret the law in this situation, and from now on, all lower courts need to follow this interpretation.
Wow, so the impact of this case could be huge. It could affect how we define trespassing, how we assess intent, and ultimately how we hold people accountable for their actions on January 6th.
Exactly. And it could have ripple effects that extend far beyond the events of that day. We're talking about potential implications for free speech protests and the balance between security and individual rights. It's a big can of worms.
So basically, we're all on the edge of our seats waiting to see what happens next. This case is like a legal thriller unfolding in real time. And we'll be here to break it all down for you every step of the way.
Absolutely.
All right, deep divers. That's our deep dive for today. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about the court's decision? Does it strike the right balance between security and individual rights? Let's keep this conversation going. Until next time, deep divers.
See ya.
Bye.